concern is size in a game like this?
I mean, there's a lot of concern. You could start there if you'd like. I mean, we hope to use our quickness. We're gonna play some bigger lineups than I normally have early in the season, just because of that advantage that they do have up front with their physicality. But they have great athletes at every position, and they play extremely hard. They're one of the best defensive teams that I've seen this year, on film that I've watched and games I've watched, and they really turn a mistake that you make into 2 points, very quickly, and then they just have the capability to go on those runs that you hope to try and avoid. But they do it in so many ways. It could be a lob, it could be a steal, it could be an offensive rebound dunk. And, there's so many ways that they energize themselves out there. So, we got to try and limit the amount of enthusiasm they have for playing, and that's a hard thing to do when you play against a team as good as they are.
There's been a lot of talk about their speed in Kentucky. Extraordinary speed is the word. How does it look to you, somebody that knows basketball?
Yeah, I mean, De'Aaron Fox, a guy I watched in high school in the AAU circuit, and was very impressed with him. And so he's, just a breathtaking, athlete. The way he moves the ball down the floor, his vision, his poise for a young guard, and it really runs their team very well. And then not many guys just want to pick the ball up anymore and guard it, and he does that. He's very consistent about his ball pressure throughout the course of the game. So he's a big-time prospect, and then you have Malik Monk is another guy. Besides how well he's shooting it and the steals and how he runs the floor. Also how he rips the ball in closeouts, and that first step is very good also. I mean, they have a lot, and then that's without Briscoe being in there for a couple of games, and they're still haven't missed a beat. So I mean, they're a terrific team.
Curious, the arena. It's kind of an unusual setup between the low ceiling and how do guys have to adjust to anything when you're playing in a venue like this? It's a little bit more intimate, maybe. Yeah,
I mean, I haven't put a lot of thought into that. I'm thinking about just what we have to do to get ready and the team we're going to play but yeah, I mean, we got some reps yesterday. I had a practice yesterday and today, and we'll have shoot around tomorrow, and hopefully the guys will feel comfortable in here.
What's a good way to slow down speed to neutralize it?
Well, I mean, you have to you can't turn the ball over, or you have to limit as many times as you do, and then the shot selection. If you take a bad shot that demoralizes your teammates, there's a tendency not to run back as hard, and bad shots and turnovers lead to opportunities for the other team, and so we have to do a good job of that. We have to defend. We have to try and get some stops and string stops together so that we could slow the momentum that your opponent has. So there's then you use your timeouts when you have to, and things of that nature.
Does it ever get? I mean, you played a memorable game against Kentucky. You played them several times, obviously, as a coach. But does it ever get? I don't know. Did you ever think back much about that game? I mean, you've got a lot going on. I know you get, but does it come to mind? They probably still remember. Their fans do anyway.
I mean, it's a part of me that I always remember. Those years were the best years of my life. Memorable games. That was one of the most memorable games, maybe outside of the UNLV game that we beat UNLV and the Kansas to win the championship. Outside of that, I was right up there, that game. In terms of the will to win, the desire to win, and I hope that my team has the will and desire to win like both of those two teams did that day. I mean, that's what we're striving for. And but yeah, I mean, I'm more in the moment. I love the chance to play a program like Kentucky. It's it's like playing Duke or Carolina and all the best programs, and you see just how Kentucky travels and the fan support and just getting a chance to play number one team in the country. It's a thrill as a competitor. It's a big challenge.
How do you think that 92 Duke team would do against this Kentucky?
I mean, it's hard to compare eras and things, and I try and hesitant to do that. yeah, I mean the new age point guard is really, something. For me, I think about my matchup with a guy like Fox with his length and athletic ability, and I mean Monk is throwing the ball up the backboard and he's dunking it, in a game. I mean, no one would try that at Duke for me, and it's not even. So just, I would be thinking about how am I going to win my matchup with him, and so guys are getting better, talent's getting better, athletes are getting better. So I mean, but we had all the right pieces, and so it's hard to say, but I like our chances always, or I would have.
How would you try to win that matchup with Fox?
How would I?
Yeah, outsteady him. That would be my.
Yeah, I mean,
slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, I would be thinking about just having an awareness for where he is. Just he's got such quick hands too. Man, I'd be worried about getting the ball up the floor, getting us an offense, because he's very good at reading your dribble and judging it and stripping guys. So just the little things like that. And when we miss a shot, I'm gonna make sure I get back, so that because I know he's coming downhill at me.
We know you're here for a basketball game, but you just tell us the experience has been so far being in the Bombers.
Yeah, it's great. For me, it's difficult because I'm not on vacation. I might act like it today for about an hour or so, with the guys, maybe down by the pool or something, to relax and just get away from, because we put the work in and we'll watch film later today. But it's a magnificent place to host a game and an event, and great life experience for our players to walk around, to go by the beach, to see the slides and all the things that are here. It's exciting for our guys.
When you look at the film with your guys, are you telling them, are you trying to bring Kentucky down to human dimensions? You know what I mean? Like, look at that guy dribbles high. Maybe we can take advantage of that, or something like that.
I mean,
how do you handle that?
I mean, it's a blend. If ever a film session has our players' attention, it's this one. Because they'll do things on the tape that we haven't seen yet with a lot of our opponents, so you could put together an edit to scare someone when you're facing a team like this. So we have some of that in there, and then we just have to talk about our game plan and how we're going to try and attack them, and where we feel they might be vulnerable, and try and hope that those areas hold up, and that we could maybe play a little better than we're capable of playing.